Hi Taurus, so I'm going to jump straight into your reading, and if there's anything else you feel you need to know about, including a list of the card decks I've used for your reading, you can find all of that information and much more in my descriptions box and in my pinned comments below. Cross watchers, please remember that you can switch the energies around if it applies, but do try to keep in mind it might not be your story at all. This could be someone else entirely different that your Taurus is dealing with, and equally Taurus, if you just take what's resonating for you and leave what doesn't for another Taurus. Okay, right, so now with this being a brand new deck, it's not a very jumpy deck, so you see I just did a shuffle for you and taken the top card. Right, otherwise we'd be here until next week. It's always the same. Whenever you get a brand new deck, they're not very responsive. When you've had it for a while, you'll find that, you know, they fly out a lot easier. Right, so Taurus, your card for the month is success. Now this is a beautiful energy. You can see the Black Panther there just in the corner. You might not have noticed, is that a cockatiel or something? It looks like a cockatiel to me in that corner there. So this would indicate there's something here about group success. Now you would rather work alone. You feel that you're more productive by yourself, right? However, in certain situations, and given the fact that this is your love reading for the month of June, it would stand to reason that group success would be the energies that's coming out for you. All right, it would stand to reason why this card is showing an environment that is symbiotic in nature, basically. If you succeed, everyone else around you succeeds, and vice versa. Everyone else around you succeeds, equally you succeed. It's very symbiotic. With this one as well, this is all about the whole gratitude attitude. You know, being grateful for even the smallest of things. It can oftentimes attract more things to be grateful for as well. It's an overall feeling of satisfaction. Now, this can come in many different forms. It's the same as when we're talking about abundance and prosperity. There's lots of different forms of abundance and prosperity. I mean, it could be financial for some of you, it could be emotional for others, or just for the most part, I'm actually feeling that this is about contentment. This does actually have a very sort of Nine of Cups feel to it, like that wish fulfillment, contentment, finding your inner happiness so that you can share it with others around you. It definitely does feel like that with that sort of symbiosis that's in this deck. Right, so we are going to start pulling a tarot, and we'll ask very specific questions of the individual that you're dealing with. And we'll start off by asking, how is your person of interest seeing you at this time? How's Taurus's person seeing you? Thank you. Okay, right, so you've got the moon. That is Pisces energy. If it was an astrology deck or Lenormand, it would be Cancerian. But with this being tarot, it's Pisces. The sun, Leo energy. Now, two major arcana here back to back, Taurus. The sun and the moon. Temperance, another major arcana. Wheel of Fortune, another major arcana, and the Five of Swords. So Sagittarius energy with this Wheel of Fortune, because it's ruled by Jupiter. Yes, Sagittarius again with Temperance. Interesting. These two literally just came out in the same combination for Aries. Now, I have shuffled through this deck. I have also cleansed, and I've taken an hour break since I filmed that read. And these two are still coming out together, which I find really, really intriguing. And the Five of Swords. This is Venus in Aquarius energy. It's that the need to win at all costs is covered with the Five of Swords. Now, with this being someone else's opinion of you, the really interesting thing here is the moon and the sun. So it's like someone sees that you are their opposite, yet you work well together as a team. Really, really well together. I mean, look at it this way, right? The moon, it doesn't actually have any light of its own. The moon reflects the sunlight. So you could well be dealing with a twin flame situation here, Taurus, with this particular combination. It also indicates that whatever is being kept hidden from you is coming to light, okay? Because the sun shines light on everything that was kept hidden in the dark with the moon. I do feel, though, for the most part, this is about opposites attract. I genuinely do feel that. Opposites attract. And it's backed up with Temperance. That is literally divine timing. It's the card Alchemy. Carefully blending two opposing elements into one cup of love with Temperance. It's patience, kindness, generosity, understanding. You're dealing with your opposite, Taurus. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio. That Scorpio is your opposite sign. You could be. Or physically, this is someone who is your opposite. That this could also be someone who thinks quite differently to you, like vastly different to you. And it feels like you're learning from each other and you're helping to uplift each other. You're certainly part of the bigger picture with this individual. That there's something about your fate and your destiny. This individual definitely does feel that this connection or relationship, it's destiny, it's destined. And then the Five of Swords, they're determined to keep a hold of you at all costs, Taurus, at all costs. Wow. This is a really, really intense reading. And we've only pulled 5 cards. Incredible. How does Taurus's person feel? What's in their heart space toward Taurus, please? Ooh, 10 of coins. Virgo energy. Long term, thinking about the future. It's all about legacy, the 10 of coins. It's in their heart space toward Taurus. Thank you. Okay, 8 of Cups, Pisces energy, and the 8 of Wands, Sagittarius. Okay. This has thrown me a bit of a curveball, Taurus, with this 8 of Cups. That's the Lord of abandoned success, okay? It's having to leave something behind that's not working. Now, why would that be coming out? For some of you, whoever it is that you're dealing with, excuse me while I throw everything around, for some of you, the person that you're dealing with is needing to bring something else to its full conclusion first. Now, I don't know if that's another romantic situation someplace else, or if they're just waiting for like a job contract to come to an end. You do absolutely have to use your own discernment, okay? Whenever you're watching any general reads ever, use your own discernment every single time, okay? The only thing I can do for you here, Taurus, is read your cards as best I can, okay? Your person's telling me that they know full well they need to conclude something else. I don't know what that something else is. It could be anything, before they come towards you, all right? They certainly fully intend on doing it, right, with this 8 of Wands. That's very fast energy. Fast action, fast communication. I do feel with this particular Eight of Wands that your person's trying to avoid gossip as well. They're trying to avoid being in the firing line of someone else's spite. Okay. Why the Eight of Cups, please? Yeah, Seven of Swords. That's Aquarian energy. It's Moon in Aquarius with the Seven of Swords. Yeah, it can be taken out of context. There's something that's been taken out of context, or it runs the high risk of being taken out of context. All right. Again, I don't know what it is that they're dealing with, Taurus. I haven't a clue. It's dodgy. It is dodgy energies. In their heart space towards you, though, I mean, it's like that they fully intend on making a commitment to you with that Ten of Coins. It can also be as well that they might feel, if this is someone that you're already in a relationship, they could feel that they've reached a sort of plateau stage in the relationship with you, and they could be feeling ready to take things up to the next level, but with that comes its own risk. See, one of you could be dead set against marriage. It could be that, and the other one is absolutely wanting marriage, because we started off your read with you two not being on the same page. It was that the need to meet someplace in the middle. The whole opposites attract. Okay, I'll leave that one there. What actions will they take, please, toward Taurus? Thank you. Seven of Wands, Leo energy. Okay. Oh. Okay. Six of Wands, Leo energy again. Ace of Wands, fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. Page of Cups, water, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Queen of Wands, Aries, and the Emperor. Aries again, or divine masculine energy. Yeah, taking charge of the situation. I'm very suspicious, Taurus. I'm really, really, really suspicious. Because I'm seeing something else here as well. I'm seeing that there's been a huge disagreement. Someone I don't know which side this is coming from, Taurus, okay? Someone has either cheated or they're doing something that is very, very suspicious. It looks suspicious. It looks like they could be cheating. There's absolutely a misunderstanding of something. Now, it could be the case, Taurus, it could well be someone might have cheated in the past. Things were kind of resolved from that situation. But then more recently, there's been suspicious behaviour that has made the other one think that perhaps the one who played away in the past is doing it again. That's interesting. Now, this isn't going to resonate for a lot, all right? What I can tell you, if that side of it is resonating for you, Taurus, it's certainly indicating that your person is, that it's almost as if they're trying to prove that they haven't done something, all right? It absolutely does look that way to me. You do have an apology as well for you having been given the impression that they were doing something that they shouldn't have done. All right. And again, taking very decisive action towards you it's almost to prove or to try and show you how much they're into you, that you've nothing to worry about. There's something like that that's going on in this read, Taurus. But again, I don't know like what side it's coming from, if that makes sense. The energy at the bottom of the deck, yeah, Nine of Swords, Gemini energy, nightmare. This does have the vibe of, fuck's sake, here we go again. You know, here we go again, back at square one. Ooh, the Star. Aquarian energy, yeah, healing, nurturing, rebuilding. It's like Taurus, it honestly it's showing me someone who has made a mistake in the past, and they are genuinely, honestly, they're not up to their old tricks. They're doing something else that is making you suspicious. It certainly, on the surface, it looks that way, and it's like, do you know what? I don't think anybody would blame you for thinking down those lines, like especially if they've done it in the past. Honestly, nobody would blame you for thinking that they were up to the same old tricks again, like for real. I am seeing that genuinely and honestly though, something has gone awry, something has been taken out of context, that they're genuinely not doing the thing that someone is thinking that they're doing. Like they're honestly not. Page of Swords under there, yeah. Okay. It's difficult. It's a really, really difficult read. Further clarity, please. Taurus. Oh, okay, take a chance. Go for it, good chance. Set your intention for a positive outcome. You cannot win if you don't play and groom. Husband, partner interested in a commitment or advancement, love of a lifetime, wedding or event, and shy, nervous or too nervous to ask you out. It takes a minute, the answer is yes. Excuse me, the answer is maybe and second guess. Could this be that somebody might have a bit of a reputation? It could be that as well for some of you. And it's their reputation that's making you a bit nervous. For some of you as well, it could just be a simple fact of you didn't actually fancy this individual when you first met them. It can literally be as simple as that. But then over time, as you've gotten to know them, you know that they've really grown on you, and then there's something that's clicked between you. But it's certainly not fireworks at the beginning. It's definitely not fireworks at the beginning. That this is a slow burner. Okay, well, this makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. So again, just take whatever's resonating for you. See, with these two though, we did mention right at the start that one of you could be dead set against marriage and the other one could be genuinely really, really wanting marriage. Whoever is not wanting a marriage situation, your person is absolutely taking a gamble towards you. And just quite possibly proposing to you again after you might have said no the last time. This is indicating that they're going to keep trying. They're going to keep trying. And definitely with this nervousness as well. I'll tell you what else, for some of you, This could be someone has been spending a lot of time with another person, making plans behind your back on getting a ring. But on the surface, it looks like they've been, you know, having an affair. But they actually haven't been. It's playing out a bit like a soap opera here, isn't it, Taurus? So Taurus, please. Ooh. Wow, engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Oh my word. Wow, Taurus. So Taurus, please. Thank you. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents and calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. Right. First thing I'm going to cover. Yes, this connection, relationship, whatever this is, it's a very, very powerful soulmate connection, okay? It certainly does indicate that you two, while being quite opposite to each other in a lot of ways, you're basically made for each other. I hate to sound cheesy, but there it is. The next thing that I'll cover is this one, healing family issues. Now, I disagree with about 80% of the way that this deck's worded, okay? It's not about forgiving your parents. I mean, listen, everyone's got a past, okay? To what extent that past goes is your own story, right? That this is simply indicating that there's some kind of family issues that it feels very cyclic. It's a family issue where you feel that it's been resolved, and then before you know it, you've got the same problem on your hands again. It's a repetitive problem. Some of you might be dealing with overbearing parents, straight up narcissistic parents. Like, just understand, whenever you see this, take this with a pinch of salt, all right? Because, as I say, everybody's story is different, and it is no one's place whatsoever to tell you that you need to forgive X, Y, Z, whatever it is that's happened, right? Reason being, some of you could be from a history of severe child abuse, okay? And it's not anybody's place to try and re-traumatize you by saying, oh, forgive your parents because they were learning too. In a lot of cases, that's actually bullshit, all right? It really, really is. Especially for those where you grew up around really awful situations. At the end of the day, they were the adults, you were the child, you deserve to be protected. And if you didn't receive the love and protection, care and nurture that you needed and deserved as a child, then oftentimes the best thing to do is to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for wanting to maintain or heal a relationship with those people who, quite frankly, I'm trying to be really, really careful about how I word it, okay? Because, as I say, everybody has a different past. Not everybody had the parents that they needed or deserved. And that's the reality of it, right? It's brutal. It's fucking hard, right? But that's the reality of it. So whenever you see this card, Taurus, take it with a pinch of salt, okay? if you take it in the way of healing issues that were put upon you when you were a child. Okay, take it that way. It's not anybody else's place to tell you, you know, who you should or shouldn't forgive, because I tell you what, there's a lot of things that take place in a lot of families that quite frankly are unfucking forgivable. So you forgive yourself for wanting to try and heal or maintain relationships with severely damaged individuals. It's that simple, okay? That could well have had an effect on you, Taurus. For like the types of relationships, because you will often find that that sort of history to a person massively impacts on their future love relationships. It really, really does. And it should never, ever be underplayed how much that can influence your future relationships. Okay. Anyway, let's move on from that because it's really, really intense. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So, given everything that I've just said with this card, make sure that you're not being codependent. Try and make sure that you're not fawning over someone else to make them love you. So just be you. Just be you, Taurus. Some of you might have grown up with the programming that love was transactional. Okay. So with this, maintain the balance in love relationships. Okay. Love is not transactional. It's not. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do it feels right? Yep. And the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is available to you, so follow it with faith. Yep. You can trust authentic love. All right. If anybody at any point in time makes you feel like you have to do everything for them, you have to surrender the very essence of who you are so that they'll love you, then you'll know straight away that that's not healthy. Okay, that's simply old programming. All right, see this on the table here, this looks like you can trust this, like for real, Taurus. It genuinely does look like you can trust it. Unless, of course, for those of you where you've got some kind of tangible evidence that you know you are dealing with a liar and a cheat and all the rest of it, then obviously this isn't your read. This read is for someone, for a couple who have gone through a devastating misunderstanding. And you know what? It looks like it plays out well in the end. It genuinely does. Boom. Willing release. Okay, so we'll do the usual rule of 3 with this particular deck. If I can find the book. We'll take the healing message from the creator of the deck. Your second and most important message is from your own intuition while you're looking at the card. And I will hold it up for you. And then your third message is through my intuition. Okay, so this is number 49. Willing release. Okay, so it says the key concepts are yielding to a divine plan, releasing attachments to form, especially if something isn't what you expected or wanted, and leaving room for serendipity. Some days you have to let go of your struggles to find the answer and focus on other things for a while. This doesn't mean giving up altogether or actually losing anything. Remember that in our co-creative partnership with the divine, give and take is necessary. You do your part by setting your intentions and taking any necessary actions, but you must then surrender the form, the timing, and the how to your higher power. There is a divine plan for each of us. When acting on this faith, you may find that your intense desire for something translates into a feeling of attachment and entitlement. Right now, you can immerse yourself in this experience and allow the divine plan to unfold as it will on your behalf, without interference. Can you be open to receiving what is yours, even if it's not packaged in the form that you thought that you wanted? Wow. Perhaps if you look deeper, you'll see that you've received the perfect vibrational match to your most authentic wants and needs. I'm going to have to pause there because we did mention right at the start that you might not have even been attracted initially to your person, and it's like they grew on you over time. That's why I was smiling. You have put in the work to find your desires and felt them deeply and engaged your higher power. Now you must release and see what transpires. This isn't always easy. Impatience erodes the foundations of your trust in the divine. Surrendering truly will serve your highest good. Knowing this truth in your heart, can that really be so difficult? Yeah, that's throwing the dice and letting it land where it may. And also with these dandelions as well, make a wish. Make a wish, Taurus. Surrender your expectations of what the outcome of your wish is going to look like back up to the universe. It's a beautiful read, Taurus. Really difficult energies, but we got through it in the end. Right, have a blessing, please, for Taurus. Thank you. Okay, so you've got 2. The blessing of creativity. Express yourself creatively and reconnect with your inner child. As ideas and inspirations surface, express them without thought, censorship, or judgment. Don't try to make sense of things, just allow. Just feel and just be. This is a time where all is possible. You're limited only by what you think is impossible. And life's blessings. Life bestows her blessing. She is the wind of change flowing through you, and this change is your blessing. Don't try to hold on, no matter how unsettling it may seem, for all will magically transform when the time is right. When you look back, you will see only love. Wow, and there's 2 trees as well. Union. Huh. Okay, right, so for those of you who are easily offended at swearing, first of all, I do have to apologise because I do believe I've sworn quite a few times already in your read. But this is one of the naughty decks that I own, okay? So depending on what cards come out, some of them can be really overboard with the swearing. It's not everyone's cup of tea, so obviously if you know that that's not your cup of tea, then it's okay for you to switch out now. Okay, it's for Taurus, please. Okay, right, so your first one that came out, as you would have seen halfway through the shuffle, keep your word. Something so right about that. Yeah. This, I don't feel that this is you that's broken a promise. This is you just really mindful of anyone around you who breaks a promise. As soon as someone breaks a promise, even if it's just a small one, for you, that's a red flag. It shows you the integrity of someone if they can't keep their word. Bye-bye, dumbass bullshit. Hello, sea of tranquility. Wow, yeah. It's an amazing read. So that is what I have for you, Taurus. If you would like to book a private reading with me, then the link to do so can be found in the descriptions box and in my pinned comment below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.